Hey, real estate agents, welcome to the Weekly Closer. I'm your host, Jeff Underwood, along with my co-host, Joey Sampaga, the man with the plan. And we are the Real Estate Marketing Maniacs, coming to you from Security Title Studios. How's it going, Joey?
Having an awesome day.
Yes, me too. It's a really awesome day. It's getting warm, though.
It is getting warm. Almost triple digits.
Yeah, you know, I told my wife the other day, I said, it's like 90 out. I'm hot. And she says, it's because you're fat. And anyway, you heard somebody else laughing if you're not watching. So our guest with us today is none other than Josh Asanovich.
What's up, guys?
How are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me in.
He's with Smart Concept Realty Group. And Josh, I hear that you did a little baseball in the past.
Yep. I played baseball for a while. I played 7 years professionally prior to getting into real estate.
7 years
Yep.
baseball professionally.
Yep.
So that lifestyle is like constantly on the road, right?
Yeah. So my wife and I, we've been together 18 years now. So we were together in high school all the way through. And of those 18, I was gone like 9 of them in a hotel and living out of a bag. So it's definitely, it wears on you after a while.
Yeah. Wow. But I played college baseball, but that was about it.
Okay. Yeah. I played college baseball.
Yeah,
too.
but my first year it was like, okay, wait, my grades showed too much baseball, not enough studying, and I knew that I wasn't probably going to make it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's that. Joey didn't play professional baseball or college baseball.
No, I didn't. But I did play high school baseball.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
And he learned how to beat people up with sticks.
With the bat.
Screama or whatever that is that he does. Anyway, so let's get into the real estate part of this because I know we're off track a little. So tell the listeners how long you've been in the business, what broker you're with, and what really got you into the business. What compelled you to get into real estate?
So I think I actually had my license since 2008. We started with kind of like everybody that wants to get into real estate flipping, right?
Okay.
Flipping houses.
Yeah.
We thought that was the first step. So it was by complete accident. Actually, I didn't actually have my license active until mid-2011.
Okay.
And that's when I kind of got done playing and started, putting on my big boy pants and trying to make a life. So really the reason why I got into it was really simple, actually. I just didn't want a ceiling. I knew that, I was a couple credits shy. I left, like you said, playing baseball my junior year in college. So I still had some time to go. I still had my college paid for from the club. But my degree was in sociology and criminal justice. So with that degree, there's not much bandwidth. I mean, you're gonna kind of be in something. And I knew that I didn't want to be in something that was going to value my time for me. And so real estate, it was, the really the only thing that I could think of that would allow me to do as well as I wanted to without being, held back by somebody's opinion.
Right,
so.
right. Having your own business.
Basically, yep. Wanting my own business.
Absolutely. So 2008's when you had your license.
That's when I went to school.
When you went to school? Okay.
I didn't actually get my license, like I said, until later on. I mean, I got it, but it was inactive. Didn't do anything with it.
Okay. And you're Keller Williams right now?
Right now, we are. Yep.
Okay, cool. So share with us what you're doing right now to be successful in real estate.
Well, basically, we're just really relational based. I mean, you look at our whiteboard, we call it, and we have everything on an old school whiteboard.
Yeah.
We write it up there, but I mean, I'd say out of 15 deals that we have up there, I'd say 14 of them are from either people that we already know or people that they know or whatever. So it really is just a relational based business at this point. We went down the road of pay per click and doing all that stuff, and it really wasn't returning what we needed to. The time invested was so much to cultivate relationships out of thin air and try to earn people's trust that didn't know us. They absolutely had no reason to work with us at that point. So we just kind of pivoted from that, and I mean, we still have. We do still get leads and we do work them the way they should be worked, but it's just not a main focus in our business.
Yeah, which is really kind of a left turn from what a lot of agents that Joey and I have talked to are doing. A lot of people really value, well, I don't know value if is the right word, but a lot of people really are focused on, like you're saying, pay-per-click or Zillow leads or Facebook ads. those types of things. And I think what you're saying is probably a better or easier way maybe to get me, because you're getting referrals from people who already know, like, and trust you.
Correct.
So I would think that would mean you don't have to sell as hard as somebody that's on a cold call, and probably the feeling is a lot better.
Well, you kind of go into those appointments with a little bit of a leg up, because, I mean, you would hope that whoever it was that referred you did your job,
sold them on the fact that you are the person to work with.
Exactly. I mean, again, there's an absolute place for the pay-per-click. Obviously, it's what everything is going to right online. That's the direction everything is going. Technology has taken over everything, but for us, it just seems that it wasn't a great fit for us to be doing that, and it wasn't a great fit for me to be doing that specifically. So again, I think it's not so much what you're doing or where the leads are coming from, as much as it is of actually just doing the work. Like, really, that's what it is. I mean, a lot of people get into the business with that intention of, like, oh, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, which is a completely saturated word now. I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna hustle, all very saturated. You know what I mean? At this point, it really doesn't mean anything. So at the end of the day, and we talked about athletics, right? At the end of the day, business is not too dissimilar from athletics, meaning, what are you willing to do that others are not? And I know that it's talked about, but in the athletic world, that's really what it boils down to. I mean, we are all given a certain bandwidth, a certain capacity of how good we're going to be at whatever we're doing, right? So whether it's baseball, whether it's basketball, I mean, I'm never going to be 6'7". I'm never going to be able to jump out of a gym. I'm never going to be able to beat Jordan one-on-one. I know that, but I'm going to be as good as Josh could ever be at basketball if I'm willing to put in the work. Absolutely. So it's no different in real estate. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're a phone based and you're lead based as far as pay per click and stuff like that, it's a numbers game. How long are you willing to sit in that chair and have that headset on and pound those phones? Right. And at some point, it becomes mathematical, right? If I make 100 phone calls, I'm going to get 3 appointments. Out of those 3 appointments, I may set 1 listing or whatever the case may be, and out of those listings, I may sell 60% of them. So it becomes mathematical if, in fact, you're willing to go through the process of gathering that data. I mean, that's the hardest thing. Right.
No, and you're obviously doing something successful, because you are. This is the 3rd year, right? 3rd year, 40 under 40. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's a great honor, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I mean.
That's
like
cool.
I said, there's a lot of people. there's really good people in it. I mean, honestly, I wish that it was a little bit more interactive. I think the first year they set up some masterminds of the people that were in there, but I mean, it's kind of a drop in the bucket. We go to the award ceremony, everybody says hi, glad hands, shakes the hands, kiss the babies, and then we're off doing our own thing. But I mean, the people that are involved in it, they're doing some stuff. They're moving some things around, and it's good to see.
Right. I just wish I could say I was under 40.
Well, you look younger than me, so I mean that.
There we go. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. Favorite guest so far. No. Oh God.
See how that database thing starts.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
You looking to buy a house?
That's the next question. Follow up. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So, what would you say with your business right now? How much buyer side versus listings? I mean, what are you guys mostly?
You know what? We're probably about 60-40 on the buyer side. We and I know the listing side is what everybody goes for, and it's true. I mean, the amount of listings that you can handle versus how many buyers you can handle at one time is obviously a crazy change. But I think we're about 60-40 on the buyer side right now.
Okay. And do you have a team set up now?
Technically.
Okay.
It's myself, my wife, and my sister. And we actually just brought on another young guy that's super ambitious and ready to go. The team thing, again, being especially at KW, I mean, that's kind of the whole philosophy is, team, build. Again, it boils down to profitability and what makes sense and time. I mean, really, how much time you're willing to invest in these people. And the responsibility that these team leaders have to these individuals is big. I mean, in my mind, you're really taking somebody in and saying, hey, I'm going to show you the ropes. And if you're not willing to go down that road, you're kind of doing a disservice. So again, we've had chances to grow, and before we were at KW, we were at our own brokerage, and what I found, I mean, there's a lot of great people in this business, but again, it boils back to what are you willing to do for your dream, right? Like everybody has this dream and everybody has this level of comfort, but how much are you willing to get there? You know what I'm saying? And and it's kind of sad because excuse me, usually on the other side of that discomfort and fear is all the great things that come with it, but it's just hard to get there. It's hard to convince people that it's worth it. But again, it's like athletics, back to working out, right? How many days did you wake up? How many days did I get up and not want to go run, not want to go lift, not want to go to the field? And this is before I actually went to do my job, right? So you'd have to be ready to go do your job in the winter before spring training started. So how much are you willing to do? So that way you could get through spring, right? And go on and do some things. So again, outside of that fear, outside of that discomfort is where all the good things are.
Yeah.
But pushing through that is difficult. I mean, I'm seeing it with my kids. I have 2 young kids right now. We have them in running clubs, and watching them hit that wall of discomfort, fatigue, and that burning in their lungs and stuff, and having to have those conversations, like that's when the difference is between championship and loser. Second place is no different, right? You still lost. You got there second, but you lost. But getting through that discomfort is the hardest thing, but it's usually right after that. It's like a workout. Right after you get done with the workout that you don't want to do, how happy are you that you did the workout?
Feel good, right?
Absolutely.
Wow, we need to get this baseball player in the ring with the Maniacs. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
Awesome. Okay, here we go. So what's the best advice anyone has ever given you?
The best advice anybody's ever given me, I don't know that it's ever been one piece. Basically, the best advice I could give is don't be afraid to fail. Go out there, be afraid not to try. If you've literally had a dream or have something that you want to do, go fail. Find out, be that person that finds out how good you're not. So that way you can build upon that and become the person you want to be. But again, most of the time, a lot of people aren't willing to try.
Right.
Try. Give it a shot.
That's great. That's great. What is your favorite mobile app? Whether it's business or
my favorite
personal?
mobile
app, yeah.
I guess the text messaging. I don't use apps too much. I guess the only one I really use is the text messaging.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Share with the listeners one book that you would recommend.
Ooh, one book that I would recommend. I guess right now, and I think it's a popular book, but Extreme Ownership. I think that kind of embodies a lot of personal character that one should have. The application that they go into, both the authors, of how it applies, on the battlefield, how it applies in business, and how it applies in your personal life. I think it's an awesome illustration how really all alike they are, and how literally if you want to be the best soldier, there's ways to do it. If you want to be the best husband, there's ways to do it. If you want to be the best father, and so on. I think a lot of it is all the same. I mean, really, the attitude and the way to go about it is the same. So, I think great. Right now, I call it reading. I've listened to that book in Auto University in my truck, 15 times maybe at this point. And like I said, every time I've listened to it, just something else comes out. But really, it really is just, it's all the same. Like if you want to be great in any one aspect, right, it's the same application as it was for anything else.
Yeah. So. No, I get it. How about one productivity tool or software that you or your team uses every day?
Well, we talked about it. Really, the only thing we use is Conversion. Okay. My wife and my sister are on Facebook. We do some stuff on there, I think. But we use Conversion. That's our platform. That's our CRM. That's what we use on a daily.
Got it. Okay, so one more question, and we're going to have you draw it from the hat. Okay. Well, from the mask. From the mask, okay? So go ahead and draw a question out of there.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
All right, what'd you get?
Tell us something that most people don't know about you.
You can't use baseball.
That one's already taken. I kind of shot my foot right there. Most people, I don't know. I mean, those that do know me know kind of all about me. I mean, I don't drink alcohol. I guess that's one. I mean, I don't really know. There's not much. pretty transparent. That's kind of the thing with.
So you haven't like swam with sharks or anything? Or?
No, see, I'm not a risk taker.
Oh,
No, I mean, I don't know.
Right.
There's really not much else that comes to mind. I mean, I'm pretty, like I said, transparent. There's not much I hide.
no. All right. So if any agents are listening that want to reach out to you, I don't know if you're looking to expand team or anything like that, but if they want to reach out just to talk to you about business, grab a cup of coffee, how would they reach out to you?
You can email me, you can email me at josh@theasanovichteam.com or give me a call, 480-518-0286.
Or send you a text?
So yeah, send me a text. That's the only app that I use. So, but yeah, absolutely. If you guys have any questions and just want to chop it up, I'm willing to do that.
I appreciate you being in.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much for being on the show. So for Joey Sampaga and Jeff Underwood, the Real Estate Marketing Maniacs, here at Security Title Studios, we're signing off. We'll talk to you real soon. Take care.
See you later. Good job.
All right.
That's it.
Good job, everyone.
All right.
Wrapped up.
The Weekly Closer podcast is sponsored by Jake Krabby, NMLS number 877141 at Academy Mortgage. Are you looking to buy or refinance a home? Jake Krabby is your mortgage professional. Contact Jake at 480-442-9291. Jake Krabby is a loan officer at Academy Mortgage, NMLS number 877141. State license for Arizona number 0920357, AZBK number 0904081, and New Mexico number 877141. Academy Mortgage Corporation, NMLS 3113, and New Mexico 01451. Call 480-442-9291. Address 15333 North Pima Road, Suite 205, Scottsdale, Arizona 85260. Academy Mortgage is an equal housing